It's Spider-Man Collector Booster Boxes, which means it's time for the Booster Box game. Is it worth it to spend $850 on a collector booster box of Spider-Man? Well, you tell me. We created 2 thumbnails for this video. One positive, one negative. Which one brought you here today? Did I say $850 for a collector booster box of Spider-Man? That price has dropped to $750 last week, because this week it's $650. If these trends continue, oh no. Now, to be fair, the previous set, Final Fantasy, has its collector booster boxes at about $1,300 a box, so maybe these will go up in value, but I don't know. What do you think? Well, you tell me, because I'm giving away 5 collector booster boxes of Spider-Man to 5 lucky viewers, or I'm letting those viewers choose instead a Nintendo Switch 2. No lie, this Friday on Whatnot, I am letting you decide if you would like a free collector booster box of Spider-Man, currently $650. Maybe it'll go up, or maybe it's gonna drop like a freaking rock and you should just get a Nintendo Switch 2 instead. We did this for Final Fantasy with PlayStation 5s, and every single person chose a Final Fantasy collector booster box, which turned out to be a pretty good choice, because again, those all went up to $1,300 a box. Is the same gonna happen with Spider-Man? Well, tune in this Friday to my Whatnot stream at 3 p.m. Pacific, where you might just walk away with your choice of a Switch 2 or a Spider-Man collector booster box, or any of the other Magic the Gathering prizes that I'm giving away for free. Whatnot is just like if Twitch and eBay had a baby. People like myself are able to stream items for sale. What's more, when you create a brand new account using my invite code, you'll all get a $15 credit to spend in my store, where I've got signed cards and signed playmats. It's like nearly free Magic stuff. Or maybe you'll just walk away with the choice between a free collector booster box of Spider-Man, or if you prefer, a free Nintendo Switch 2. 5 lucky viewers get that choice, and I've got lots of other free giveaways as well. Did you know people are angry at me for giving away free things like this? This person called me an anti-consumer Nintendo shill, and they unsubscribed because I'm giving away free Nintendos. I guess that person wants a Spider-Man collector booster box. And now it's time for this anti-consumer shill to shill by opening up this $650 collector booster box and trying to convince you not to do the same. Will I succeed? Let's find out. So here we are, what very well might be our last Spider-Man video. We actually didn't do too much. I've been getting a lot of heat about all the hate that I put out for Spider-Man, and I think I want to chat about that. But before I get into my real feelings about the issue, like my real, like non-jokey feelings, I want to say that what we're doing here was a bit of a response where it's like, okay, we'll do a positive thumb about, yeah, you should buy Spider-Man at $650 a box, which it's come down from $750 a box, which prior to that it was $850 a box. You don't ever buy these pre-sale prices. These days in Magic the Gathering, pre-sale is indeed incredibly so not something that you should typically pre-order unless you really know what you're doing, because in the old days you would lock in a good price, but these days all of the price, all of the cost is tied up in pre-sale, and things just go down. And I want to do a video at some point. There's just so much Magic the Gathering product. I want to do a video at some point where I look at how pre-sale prices on sealed and singles, it's just so huge, and then almost always going down. And then here with this set, what's amazing is that the pre-sale is even dropping. So we're gonna show what our pre-sale prices. Please, if nothing else, if you've ever listened to me, I know everyone's like, get to the packs, open the packs, get to the fireworks factory. But if you've ever listened to anything I say, the prices we're showing are before the items have left pre-sale. They are inflated, fake numbers. If we don't get to $650 with these inflated, fake numbers, that's saying something. But if we do, that says nothing. The prices are fake and false. And there you go. For this first pack, just for the hell of it, to even compare, here we go. Hot dog cart. What is the pre-sale on a foil hot dog cart? Dear editor. All right. And then what is is it all professional wrestler? Okay. And web up. Web them up. I'm not going to even, I think it's actually kind of sad, the number of Spider-Man fans that have said that the set just didn't hit it for them. But if it did for you, it must suck that so many people had problems with it. They're deep. And, you know, I really don't want to yuck people's yum. And I probably ended up doing that a lot this set. I got a lot of messages of people being very angry and upset with me. And I take that stuff very seriously. I don't just go, whatever. I really do listen, and I really do. It means something to me, but I must, if nothing else, be honest. And the honest thing is I don't really like this set, and I don't think it should have happened. And I think there's a lot of really big mistakes with it, big mistakes. And this everybody liked this art here of Secret Identity. And editor, for those who may not be familiar, if you can show the card it is referencing, it's a classic Magic card. And everyone got very excited because RK Post, who did the art for both of these, is referencing a Magic card. And I feel that doesn't make this card art necessarily better. People are just excited because it's Magic. It's like, oh, remember when Magic was Magic? And that's a big issue. That's the whole Fleam thing. I'm not going to get into the Fleam thing. Here's the full art island. As we always say, I can't believe that full art lands are less than $2 with Spider-Man, at least. The rarity and the specialness of this, the pre-sale of this. Is this over $2 here? Where are we? All right, so all future packs editor, show me the land price and then go forward. I'm going to guess prices and then talk a little bit more about Spider-Man and also about people's reaction to my videos. But I don't think even at pre-sale that Arachne here, I don't know, pre-sale price was this, $9.99, right? And we're going to be seeing weird things like instead of $8.53, it's $9.99, $14.99, $20.99. I think this is $9.99 in pre-sale land. Lady Octopus. We said this was a great card. This one's non-foil, but it's stretchy art. So that's got to be a what? This is only one blue. I think this is great. This has got to be in pre-sale. Ridiculous prices, right? $19.99, the ridiculous pre-sale price. What's it do? I can't. All right, there it is. $12.99 for the death of Gwen Stacy. All right. And these are the ones I think look the worst. I just feel that like it looks like my kid one time, I think I told this story before, but he was out with his grandma and they were at like some little bodega and bought suspicious Pokemon packs, and they opened it and it was filled with fake Pokemon cards, and they all kind of looked like this, and it was a lesson about liars and cheaters, and this looks like a fake Magic card. But there we go. It's Goblin Bombardment. It's a great card. It's got the green goblin on it. It's Goblin Bombardment. That's gotta be $9.99. I'm gonna say that for all of them. This is why I'm not doing it after this pack. Hydro Man. All right, it's foil, but this one's just $5.99. All right, we're gonna show the prices. I don't want to guess. I'll guess where I am in the progression as we go, and I might guess a couple. And I will say that the Soul Stone, if we get the Soul Stone is gonna just put us there, right? Especially if it's like a foil or the Thanos art, or I think, is the Soul Stone, they have some serialized ones. I forget if they did the Soul Stone as serialized. It would make sense, but that would throw us off. If we do open a Soul Stone, I'm gonna have the editor separate that from the rest of the value of this. But remember, pre-sale prices. So, I've been getting a lot of flack. Oh, wait, we're not gonna do prices on these. I'll just look through them so you can just see what we get in the pack. But I've been getting a lot of flack. People were saying I was overly negative. My thumbnails, are definitely lively. But I really only did about 4 videos on Spider-Man, if you don't count when they announced that the art wasn't coming to Arena. And so that would make 5, and that's kind of it. I did my one video at the start of it where I had to talk about how I didn't really feel anything for this set. And then I did a video about the best commanders. The best cards for the 99. And it was, don't buy Spider-Man, buy these 7 cards instead. And I've done that for every set. That's the framing device of, hey, commander players, this is a big value card, right? Boom, big value. Hey, commander players, you don't get the cards you need by ripping open packs. Don't buy packs. I do this for every set. Don't buy Edge of Eternity. Don't buy Bloomburrow. Just buy these 7, 8, whatever it is, cards that are great for commander instead. Yes, it's a little like you need to in YouTube have lively thumbnails, but it's also just, it's a series. But people see the thumbnail and they're like, look at him. He's trashing it. It was this very straightforward video about these are great new cards for commander. So that's one video actually on Spider-Man. Great new cards for, this has got to be a big money card. Big money. I'm going to say this has got to be in pre-sale. It's saw in half. It's this. This has got to be $40, right? Got to be saw in half. There we go. So that's one. Besides one video where I really feel that my I feel nothing, which became a bit of a meme, was just I'm going to be very reasonable about how I feel and how I'm still going to cover the set. I'm still going to do a pre-release guide. Okay, so there's that, and then it's the best cards for the 99 of your commander decks. Don't buy Spider-Man, but there you go. And then we had the thumbnail change, which is it's the best new cards for all non-rotating formats. I had a little bit of a negativity in that. It wasn't comical. It was like, look, the truth is, for that one, we go over cards with our staff. And of course, our head writer, Jesse Robkin, who writes those videos, card analysis, strategy, those sort of videos. She's our resident pro player, literally right off the Pro Tour. And she does, the insight into what's going to be good in modern or standard or whatever. That's her, and she certainly knows it. We called a lot of big shots ever since we got her on staff. We've even done a video about we are really nailing these calls. We did a video about what we think should be banned, and we got it was literally everything she said for the ban update. This was a while back, but we don't get enough credit for that. And so we talked with her and the staff and myself, and we're like, don't really think anything is coming out of this set for non-rotating formats other than standard. And so we framed the video that way, where we said, look, we don't think there's that much. There might be a little bit in Pioneer, and that's the premise of the video, is we're not going to promise big here and be like, whoa. We think there's some stuff for standard. And the video's thumbnail originally was just, it's the best new cards for non-rotating formats. And it was unwatched. Nobody cared. Nobody was tuning in. Death. And I'm sorry, but we had to update the thumbnail. And we updated it to this, which you're seeing now. And it was a little more comical. It's not, is that clickbait? It's definitely more trying to make the video interesting. It definitely is more negative. A little bit. But it's just, are any of these new cards any good? And I'm like, And that's the truth. That's what the video was. The video is a 20-minute long discussion of cards for non-commander formats, what we think might see play. And I think it's really good, but there you go. So now we're at 2 videos about Spider-Man other than my just personal I feel nothing video. And they're just, what are the best new cards? Are those negative? I don't know. We had to update one of the thumbs. And then we get to Secret Lair. They've got a Spider-Man Secret Lair. Spider-Punk. This is a big one. We think it's one of the best design cards. We did a video about the best designed Spider-Man cards. Spider-Punk's up there. Cool art here, I think. And yeah, let's say this is another one of those pre-sales. It's got to be $29.99. I'm going to say $39.99. Boom. Really cool design. I don't know, where it's going to see play, but I do know that as a card design, it's great. We did a whole video about that. We'll get to that in a sec. Whoop, 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 whoop. And then we get, Parallel Lives. Okay, there we go. And Miles Morales art. Neat. It's supposed to be, it's Miles Morales and Peter, Tom Holland, right? So they're parallel lives because they're both Spider-Man, but they're different men. That I get it. That's okay. That's good. That's big money. There we go. Show me big money. It showed like $1. No, Parallel Lives is worth way more than $1. We get to the secret layer. So now we're at secret layers. And I put it right in the thumbnail. Fail. They all failed. Every secret layer was $6 worth of cards for $30 to $40. And so every one of them failed. And I was leaning into the idea, not of rage bait, but of you don't need to watch this video. The thumbnail tells you every secret layer fails, and the title doesn't say, it says every secret layer fails. And people were so pissed at me. I got a person saying we're unsubscribing. The endless negativity about Spider-Man. This has now been a week and a half, and 3 videos, 2 of which are best new cards. And this person was outraged. And I was like, the secret layers are $6 worth of cards for $30 to $40. This has nothing to do with Spider-Man. This could be my favorite. This could be Lorwyn, my favorite set that I'm so excited for Lorwyn. And it would be the same result. And that's where I really got hit hard, because I was like, oh no, I got to do the collector booster box. So the next one is card designs. We looked at Spider-Man cards just in terms of design, and a lot of them failed. And the big premise, and this is one of Jessie's scripts. Like, obviously she didn't script this, me talking, but she scripted, card design is, you want to hear from her. And she said, look, she had a premise about what made some of the Spider-Man cards great, what made some of them not great. And we explained that premise. I think it's really clever, very interesting stuff. And obviously, we've got our whole staff here too. I think we don't get enough credit for, we really put a lot, we're not just this is me just talking. And I hate these videos because I feel like I'm just such an idiot. And I love that we spend so much time scripting and discussing and real insightful ideas. And it just is like, he's just complaining about Spider-Man. And it's like, no, we're going to talk about, these designs. And that video went up. So that's 4 videos plus the I Feel Nothing. And then there's this one. So I guess if you want to include I Feel Nothing, that's 6. People are angry at me, and it hurts because I love Magic the Gathering. And I don't like, I'm the critic of Magic the Gathering, right? And it was really, I was the critic of card sleeves, which, most of these companies are gone, or it's just, there's nothing new from Ultra Pro or Dragon Shield worth looking at. And so it's like, there's not that much products to review. GameGenic kind of really buried the competition. And I'm not just saying that because I worked with them. I worked with them because they were the best. And it's just kind of felt like, I don't see, when there's something new, I review it. But I don't like making negative videos about Magic. Every now and again. Okay, so this is our really cool, I don't know if this is like a special, I don't think it's a special foil. These guys, these Spider-Men are kind of shining a bit, but I think it's just right of replication. Boom, show me $24.99. I don't know. Peter Parker. But Magic is this thing that's very important to me. And when I complain about prices, it's because I want people to play. And you've all heard this before. I'm going to be done. I'm not going into this. But what I want to say is I don't like doing the negative videos. I get stomach aches about them. I really do. This whole, all he's doing is complaining. All he's doing is saying Magic should be cheaper for the most part. The set before Spider-Man was Edge of Eternities. I said it was my favorite set. I loved it. I was so into Edge of Eternities. I hope you play it. All I did was say Edge was the best thing ever. Except before that was Final Fantasy. And I think it's the best set of the year. Maybe tied with Edge. So the last set, I loved it. And the set before that, I loved it. And what was the set before Final Fantasy? It was Tarkir, Dragonstorm. I loved it. So that's 3 sets in a row that I said was just peak Magic. And no one's making a thread about the professor loves this game. And no one's making a thread on Reddit about but it sucks to have to be like, I don't like this. And to put that out there. There's this old Star Trek episode that I love. And there's a line in it. It's Miles O'Brien is telling a Cardassian about how he killed during the war. And he says at the end, "It's not you I hate, Cardassian. It's what I became because of you." And I feel like it's not you I hate, Spider-Man. It's what I became because of you, which is this hate-monging sort of thing. And I'm not about that. I'm about low prices. I'm about availability. I don't like Universes Beyond for the most part, but I like many Universes Beyond sets. And I want people to play even Universes Beyond. Every other week, it's an episode of me and my friends playing all formats. We're one of the only gameplay shows that isn't just Commander. This next Monday, we're playing my favorite non-Commander format. Probably my favorite, one of them. I have a lot of favorites. And I'm playing it with a personal hero of mine, one of the greatest players in the world. I'm playing it with a friend and former writer for the content that we did on that, who's now a high up person in that format, and a member of WotC's staff who is a friend. And it's joy and love, and it's everything. It's called This Is a Pro Player, a friend, and WotC's staff and the professor sit down to joy magic. And all I do is hate this game, apparently. And it sucks. It sucks. And I hope you know that. I know it's not you, and I know all you people in the comments are like, hey, one bad comment, don't let it get to you. So I won't. We're going to move on. We're not going to do the pity party about me, but I do wanted to say that. I just wanted to say that's it. We did 2 weeks of videos on the set, like we do for every set, and the nature of these thumbnails too. Let's talk about how I had to change the thumbnail for the best new cards for non-rotating formats. YouTube used to be largely a search optimization algorithm thing. What do they call it? SEO sort of thing? Search engine optimization. And I had a lot of videos that are like, what are the best new card sleeves? What are the best new cards? But now YouTube is largely based upon showing thumbnails and people clicking. So you need to have appealing thumbnails. Now, everybody's screaming clickbait. Clickbait to me is lying. To me, that's what I won't do. I'm not going to do other than this video, because I gotta have produced. I think the plan. So as I'm filming this, I don't know what I'm doing, but the plan is to produce a thumbnail that says you should buy this, and then a thumbnail that says you shouldn't buy this, maybe. So that's clickbait. This is literally like, I don't do clickbait in a video with clickbait, but it's ironic clickbait, so it's okay. But anyway, people don't even see the title half the time. They just see an image flashed. So the image has to look enticing. It has to look, I think of it like a book cover, right? I used to buy and read fantasy books like crazy in high school because I had no friends and was alone and sad and stuff. So I read books every minute of my life. And I would just like look at the covers of Terry Brooks. Oh God, I'm embarrassed to say Pierce Anthony. Don't read Pierce Anthony. Mercedes Lackey. All these cool fantasy, Ursula Le Guin, and you'd see all these cool, fantasy books, like Margaret Weiss and Tracy Hickman, all that cool stuff. And yeah, I think of my thumbnail titles as a fantasy book cover in some ways, where it's like, we're trying to get you to be like, I want to tune into that. We're not promising things that aren't there. We're not claiming falsehoods. That's clickbait. And, if it's a negative video, we're trying to make it fun and engaging, just the same as if it's a positive one. That's got to be some cash, right? Come on, it's got the full art. It's got Muscle Spider-Man. Let's see it. Boom. It's got to be some cash. Or that one. That's Dr. Octopus, and he's dangerous because he's a villain, but I don't think that casting cost. Boom. So yeah, people think that clickbait is kind of like these sensational thumbnails, and we do sensational thumbnails. I just wish people would say he does some pretty lively, active thumbnails. But I was watching these videos. I'm into vintage gaming, retro gaming, And I don't want to monetize that, but I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos about retro gaming. I'm going to learn, how to do mods and things like that. It's my personal hobby that I don't ever want to monetize. And so YouTube's serving me all this stuff, and wow, there's a lot of animosity against Nintendo and stuff. And I clicked this one video that I thought was just going to discuss some problems with the new Pokemon game, because I love Pokemon. And it starts with the guy going, "Nintendo is absolute cancer." And I was like, oh my, I turned it off. And I was like, well, I'm not like that. I don't think Magic is cancer. I don't think Wizards of the Coast is I don't ever say anything like that. I say they've been cynical and cash grabby. Sometimes just lazy. Sometimes just there's problems. But I don't know. I'm getting back to that point. The problem with Spider-Man is, first of all, it just should have been Commander decks. That's it. It should have been Commander decks. And then if not Commander decks, then it should have told a story. And I think a lot of people are seeing that Universes Beyond needs its own narrative or story. And imagine if it had had that. I'm so glad. Hey, always negative about Wizards of the Coast, but props to them for moving the collector art cards, which I hate these things, and putting them out of play boosters because you can't play with them, and into collector boosters for those who like to collect. So maybe Krim wants this, or others. That's great. But yeah, if your Universes Beyond just needs to have a story in it and not just be, here's every Spider-Man. Also, obviously this set was designed to be much more like the Assassin's Creed. All signs, everybody who knows game design and set design is saying, at the very least, this is not a typical standard set, and they did not do this like a typical standard set. So, our biggest suspicion is this was meant to be in those little 6-pack booster things. That's why there was no negotiation for the online rights, maybe. Who knows? It's all conspiratorial. But it's what it is. It didn't come out right, and it's too bad, because Lorwyn got bumped, and I think it was because of Spider-Man, not Avatar. I think that what you need is like one Universes Beyond set a year, like Final Fantasy, and it's a big one. It's the summer set. That should just be like core sets are replaced with Universes Beyond, and there's one big set a year, and just leave it at that, not 3. We're about to have our previews from Chicago. I hate this art. I just hate this. Not the art. The art's cool, actually. That art, like by itself, I'm going to say is cool. I don't even like Spider-Man that much, but I think that art's cool. I just hate the way this looks. I think it would look so much better in a proper, frame maybe. And it just looks like a fake card. Well, no Soulstone. Got 3 packs left. Where are we? Pre-sale prices have probably taken us to $500, I say. $500 in pre-sale prices of this $650 box. What was $750? Can you imagine if you pre-ordered at $850? I did. I didn't say it. I paid $850 for this so that I could get it. It was with my local game store, though. Anyway, I just want people to know I didn't buy off of some nefarious. It was a brick and mortar store. They aren't cheating people. It was a pre-order. They even said to me when I was going to go in and I said, I really need to get this, I'll pay the full price. They were like, really? We can offer a better deal than that. I was like, nope, I want to do what it's going for online. And it was $850. So I paid $850 for this box, but we're only going by $650. These cards will all be in our Whatnot stream where we're giving away the Switch. But it's just that this idea of half of the sets being Universes Beyond makes it too much. We need Magic to be Magic again. We need Magic sets to be Magic again. And Universes Beyond is great, but let's keep it modest. But we're about to have all of that revealed at Atlanta, and who knows what's coming. People think the bet is on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh, it's Goblin Bombardment again. There we go. I'll give it props that there hasn't been that much repeats. Has there? Let's keep it modest. I'll give it props that there hasn't been that much repeats. Has there? I don't think there have been too much in the terms of, we were worried about like there's going to be 3 of the same Spider-Man in a pack. But yeah, I don't have a problem with them doing it. I do have a problem with them doing a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles set, but I think that the problem is more, it's going to be this and 2 other properties next year, maybe. Plus extras, plus secret layers, plus commander decks, maybe. And it's just so much. It's just so very bloody much. And I feel like Wizards of the Coast has a all or nothing setting. And that's the problem, is that a little bit of nuance and a little bit of class would have gone a long way. That was always my argument with secret layers. It's a weird thing too, when people say, oh, he hates secret layers. I don't hate secret layers. I hate $10 worth of cards for $40, but that's anything. But I wish that secret layers could have been this cool, classy way to offer special things, but it's just so, all they know is maximum, full tilt, and no value. Now we're gonna see Fleam everywhere. It was just a meme. That's cool. Tangle. That's the one. Hey, and the prof will admit it, and I'll always tell you the truth. I like Tangle. It's a Popper card. I love Popper. And the way they did this looks pretty neat. I think it's because of all the web. It's still a little weird the way the text and the title is just floating. This is the first one of these, though, that doesn't look like, this looks kind of neat. And there we go. And there's Hide on the Ceiling. We thought this was a great card. Is it translating to a high value? Show me a $10 presale. All right, we are at 1 pack left. $6.50. Did we get there? I will admit that part of me is hoping we're not there, but I think we are. I think we are at like $600 by now, right? So here's our last pack. Presale prices, doesn't tell much. We'll see if we get there. And we are at, by the way, today, the day I'm filming this, oh, it's a little past it. I think I've got 3 weeks to go for my, yes, that's right, it's the sobriety update. 3 weeks to go for my 1 year of sobriety. Talk about all or nothing. It turned into an easy thing for me because apparently, and I'm very lucky, I guess, when I decided to go a year without drinking, it was like a bet to myself. I'll tell the full story of it when I hit the year. Nothing scary. Well, I mean, I got scared. I'm already telling the story. I got spooked. I'm like, uh-oh, is something, did I damage myself because I like to drink? And I went and I did the thing because this is how the prof behaves. And I go, oh, I swear to God, whether or not these, no matter what, I'm going a year without a drink. And then it was like, hey, you're fine. You know, nothing wrong. And thank goodness, yay. And I was like, well, I'm going, I said it. I said I'd do it. And I did it. Well, I'm 3 weeks away, but I could do that standing on my head at this point. But I'll tell the full details and all that stuff, and then you'll never hear about it again. You've been hearing these little collector booster box updates for a year now, or at least 11 months, which we're at 11 months and a week. I think about 3 weeks. So there we go. I'm very lucky that Wizards of the Coast and I are both all or nothing people. And so when I was like, well, I'm not drinking, it didn't matter. I was able to be at dinner with people drinking. It didn't, and never, I had one day where it was a real bad day. And it was one of those, not like bad, like tragedy bad, like, oh, this was the day from hell. And I came home and I was like, this is the day where you come home and it's like, I need a stiff drink. Kind of almost symbolic, but I didn't. But that was the only day like that. And then there was one day where it was the opposite. It was, yay, this is great news. Huge, great news. And I was a whiskey guy and a red wine guy, but I was like, this is a pop the champagne day, but I didn't. Whoops, we got some cards. Peeky. Anyway, so there we go. And I think this is our last Spider-Man video. We're giving all these cards, we're not giving these cards away. They'll all be signed by me. If you'd like any card from this box signed by me, that'll be in the Whatnot stream, as well as 5 people get to pick whether they want a Nintendo Switch 2 or a booster box of Spider-Man collector booster box, and that'll be your pick. We pick 5 winners. There's a whole bunch of other Magic stuff. How much is this? Oh my God! The last card is me! It's the Professor! Mr. Negative himself! I was gonna say, my vote was that we got to 650, but now I feel obligated to say we didn't. No, I'm gonna stick to it. I think with pre-sale prices, it's something stupid, right? Like it's $850. I'm gonna just say $650. My guess is we got to $650, so show me $650.
Are you serious?
Hey, we got there, everyone. Air horn. But of course, we didn't really because, again, we got nowhere near the cost of this collector booster box. Honestly, the only price you should be paying for a product like this is nothing at all, which you may get to do this Friday because I'm giving away 5 collector booster boxes of Spider-Man, or if you prefer, 5 Nintendo Switch 2s. 5 lucky viewers get to choose which of these 2 items they would like me to send to you. It's the Professor's Anti-Consumer Shill stream, where I'm giving you free stuff. Just tune in at 3 p.m. Pacific on Whatnot, and I'm also giving everybody, every last one of you, a $15 credit to spend on magic cards or magic accessories or other things in my stream or anyone else's stream on Whatnot. And all you gotta do is create a brand new account using my invite code to claim that $15 credit and get really cool things on Whatnot. Thank you for sponsoring this video of an anti-consumer shill. That's me, the professor. Or should I say the shillfessor. Oh, and I bought these at my local game store, which is where you should shop for Magic the Gathering products, accessories, go to pre-release, all that cool stuff. Always, when it is possible, when it is reasonable to do so, spend your money where you spend time playing this great game, and that is at your local game store. I did buy this at Target, though. Sorry, I don't know where else to get a Nintendo Switch 2. That's where I got it. I'll send it to you. Maybe you get this. You want it? It comes with the Mario Kart. It's me, Mario. The new Pokemon game coming out, and I think there's a 3rd game now for the Switch 2. That's cool. Or you get 12 packs of Standard. Spider-Man Standard. It's gonna be around for years and years and years. Thank you, Whatnot.
Next time on Shuffle Up and Play.
What's up? It's Shuffle Up and Play, and today we have balanced our decks against a medium deck.
Mid? Do they call it? I think the kids call it mid.
But okay, off.
Your deck was bonkers, crazy, powerful.
They replaced a couple cards.
And how many was that?
20? I have a really easy turn 1, a Gloom Lake Verge land.
Drop return.
And then I'm gonna drop return.
This is what I assume your lives are usually like. As influencers.
You're an influencer.
You're an influencer.
I'm gonna tell you this. See, that's what you do.
Death Cap Glade.
Is that a no cap? What's the, it's cap, yeah, cap, cap.
I want to attack, but I don't think anybody's naked. You got a 4/4 froggy.
Can't be naked.
What? Is this a common vibe?
Sometimes I say things and I don't know why.